What's up guys, you got Gunk or BB here and we're back with PMPL. So this time more brackets. So we actually won, so we're moving up on the bracket. This time we're going against Kung Fu Panda. And let me tell you, his team is just as scary as his name. He has a Regen Core, he has this, he has that. It's gonna be a tough matchup, but you know I got the heat. You know I got the you know what I mean? Those are not real moves, but anyway. Let's get right into it. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go. Why did you stay here? Let's just skip to the battle. You know, I leave like in the description like intro, builder, battle, so you don't gotta watch all this. In fact, I prefer you don't, because I'm weird. Alright everyone, to start things off, we have lead Meowscarada with the Scarf. The point here is to get up Toxic Spikes. That way our team can outlast the other team. We have a lot of things that can make use of the Toxic Spikes. We mainly want to take down the Regen Core, which we also have U-turn for, as well as Triple Axel and Knockoff. Like all of these moves hit them in some way, but mainly I want to get up the T-Spikes. And Meowscarada just in general goes to town on the other team. There's very little that switches into it. And it's also a check to Alakazam, me being faster and turning into a bug type. I of course take it down in one hit. All I have to do is U-turn. I'm pretty sure Knockoff also kills, and so does Triple Axel if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Alakazam is a piece of paper, so we're always gonna be able to come in here and revenge kill it. But because Alakazam is very scary, we're gonna have to come in here with AV Slowbro. The thing with Slowbro is that it loses to some Alakazam sets. I come from Generation 6, Generation 7, you know, back in the day. I can't believe that counts as back in the day now. It does, because I remember in Gen 7, people were using Alakazam as a stall breaker with Calm Mind and Recover, because it will switch in on all the Regen mons, and it will also switch in into a Pokemon that was wreaking havoc during that time, and that's Mega Latios. Because of Strays, you copy Levitate, and then you are immune to Latios, because Latios was running Ice Beam, Psychic, and Earthquake, as well as Roost. So now Alakazam is beating Latios, which should not happen ever, right? So, which is why, guys, I have Razor Shell on the Slowbro, because I fully expect Alakazam to be some sort of recover calm mindset, kind of like back in the day in Gen 7 to break stall and break balance. And with Razor Shell, I can actually hit it back, because otherwise Calm Mind would just beat me. And Razor Shell has this ability of dropping defense 50% of the time. So yeah, I'm not gonna KO it by no means, but I am gonna be able to sit on it. Psychic Noise, of course, just in general to stop all the other mons. Signal Beam hits the Regen Core super effectively, and then Scald does the Scald things. I don't think I need to explain why I have Scald on my bulky water. Moving on, we have more defense, this time physical defense. This is just a classic Zapdos. I guess I have no electric move, which is kind of weird, but yeah, static, toxic, roost, that kind of stuff. We need this to switch into a lot of the offensive mons on the other side. And that being said, flying and fire hits the other team very hard, and we also have toxic to chip down all the other Pokemon. Next up, we have a bulky Excadrill, especially defensive. This also is a throwback back in the day. We used to see this a lot, switching into Clefable and stuff, and that's kind of what I want here, because this is going to be my spinner, and I want to spread toxic on all the Regen mons. I'm sure you can see the dim of the team already. I'm trying to break down the Regenerator Core so that I can actually do something after. And we are gonna be Rock Blast, because I expect Tangrowth to be physically defensive, in which case Earthquake and Rock Slide do the exact same, but Rock Blast actually can do more if I get enough hits. That being said, these are amazing, switching into a lot of Pokemon on the other side. Another check to Mega Alakazam, which I'm like super scared of. Coming up, we have a mixed Terra Flying Infernape. This is because fire and flying hits the other team so hard that I want to abuse it with Infernape. Overheat and Terra Blast are both special, but I also have Flare Blitz for hitting the physical side. This is good for Sylveon as well as Alakazam. And of course I have U-Turn. This is another check to Alakazam. Like I said, I don't know how many times I'm gonna mention Alakazam here. I am so scared of it. But this set just comes in and gets kills or just pivots around. It's just really hard to switch into flying and fire. And I don't think he's going to expect me to be Terra Blast flying on the Infernape, especially on a special Infernape. He could, but I usually think like if it's Terra flying, Infernape could probably be like acrobatics or something like that. So he might be expecting that. And lastly, we have the Breaker. So we have all this setup, all this toxic, all these, hazards, all that stuff going on. But who's going to break? That's gonna be Choice Specs Terra Fairy Sylveon. I know I mentioned Terra Flying just now for the Infernape, but what's most likely going to Terra is going to be this Sylveon. Infernape can help me out against opposing Infernape, which is why Terra Flying can really help out. And if it's not weak to flying, it's going to be, it's gonna have to take an overheat. So on that side, I think I'm doing okay. But in terms of breaking, I think Terra Fairy Choice Specs is just gonna destroy the opposing team. And of course, we also have Draining Kiss, which is going to keep us alive. We have Mystical Fire and Psyshock to hit everything else that cannot be hit as strongly with Hyper Voice or whatever. Although, let me tell you, there's not a very good switch into this mon at all. Even if it's resisted, Hyper Voice is gonna do a lot of damage. So that's going to be the team for this matchup, and let's get right into the battle. Alright guys, we have the battle here. As you can see, pretty much what I expected came in here. The Regen Core as well as Excadrill. Mega Lakazam is here, and so is Sylveon. So, like this is kind of what I expected as well. And we also see Kilowattrel. Despite me having a Excadrill that's especially defensive, this mon can do a lot of things against me. I am quite weak to electric, funnily enough. Because, yeah, I have Excadrill, but my other mons don't take on electric very well. Which is why I've been struggling with electric types a lot. So, we're just gonna get right into it. So we lead Meowscarada, we see a Kilowattrel lead. I am going to switch. I am Sash and I can kill this, but what if he's Scarf as well? Did I say Sash? What I meant is Scarf, like I'm faster. So if he's a Scarf, he can kill me with Hurricane. I do not want to risk that. So I'm just going to make the safe play of going into Excadrill, not to mention that I can miss the Triple Axle and then I'm going to look like a dingus. So he goes Tangrowth. I'm just going to stay in a Toxic. We eat up a knockoff, which is very, very bad. But it is, like, I'd rather this get knocked off other than anything else. And we're going to go Zapdos because I know he's not going to knock again. Although, I guess he could have. Since Excadrill doesn't do a lot back. But, honestly, on his position, I think I would have. Because, like, you see Excadrill was leftovers and, like, went for Toxic. You are, like, very safe to just knock off again. So, but yeah, and in comes Kilowattrel. I'm like, no sir, no sir, I'm not giving you Bolt Absorb. And it actually does quite a bit because Kilowattrel is really, really weak. And I'm able to roost on it because I expected like a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt, but he actually roost himself. So this is most likely boots Kilowattrel with roost as the last move slot. Just to keep it healthy, have some recovery. It makes sense. I would run something like that as well into my team. And here we see the Volt Switch. Did a pretty good amount, but we see that it's not boosting item. And in comes Sylveon, which is gonna take that very well. So I'm just gonna Toxic on it. And it goes for Yawn. I was expecting maybe a Heal Bell, but that's exactly what I'm Toxicing. Because like, if you have Heal Bell, I wanna know that. So I want you to show me. But I have to switch out because there's no way I let Zapdos go to sleep here. And in comes Slowbro. So here I could threaten with a Toxic, but I don't want Excadrill going down just yet. Kilowattrel is very much annoying against my team, so I want to keep my ground type intact. We switch into Scald. We don't get the burn because we're very lucky. And in comes the Excadrill. I'm gonna Roost. This is supposed to be my Excadrill answer, so we're gonna just go ahead and Heat Wave, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he goes to Slowbro, which is really weird. But yeah, now he's gonna see that I don't have electric move, but nothing switches into both flying and fire, like I said. So irregardless, I'm just free to sit here and spam my hurricanes. He's going to wish, but sir, you are toxic. So, and we get a critical hit because we are very lucky, and we're able to chip down the Sylveon a little bit. We switch into Excadrill because we kind of have to, but in comes Tangrowth, so amazing play on my opponent. I'm just gonna sit here because I'm expecting him to expect me to switch. And as you can see, I stayed up on the Toxic. Amazing play by me. Sorry, I have to clean that up. And now I go Zapdos because I know he's not gonna Toxic again. And in comes another free Hurricane, I'm pretty sure. And that does a lot. I don't think this one is AB like mine. And in comes Lakazam, hits the Toxic. Of course, he's not gonna be affected because of Magic Guard. Except he Mega Evolves immediately. Which, I mean, makes sense because he can trace now the Regenerator. And we see an Anchor. This makes sense. If you guys recall, unless you're new, on last PMPL we had Stunky and we ran into things like this all the time. Anchor for the Sucker Punch. But, you know, I know that, so that's why I didn't even bother with Sucker Punch on Meowscarada. Because I've used Mega Lakazam and Alakazam and Kadabra as well. So I know the whole Anchor Sucker Punch thing. It works. But here he can see that I'm AB. I go for Signaville myself and we do 10% month. And yeah, so he's gonna switch out. I go for Psychic Noise, expecting maybe for him to recover or for him to go into Sylveon. But we're able to heal block the Slowbro, and here we're just gonna sit on, you know, it's a Slowbro and Slowbro as a tail as all as time. Slowbro against Slowbro with Psychic Noise again, a little late. I don't know if it's a speed type or not. I'm pretty sure mine has like normal speed because I'm not teleport, and I think it could be. So we do get the burn though, as he doesn't get his own burn. So I think I switch here to get the regen. I don't want to risk a crit. And in comes Kilowattrel, Bolt Switch. Again, this is going to be a long battle, guys. But he just doesn't deal with Zapdos very well. I can just throw a Hurricane here, and that's resisted, but it's doing almost as much as Heat Wave, if not more. And I'm able to always go into the Excadrill. I think he goes Tangrowth here. And guys, it's in. I need to pull some triggers here because this is taking a little too long. So I'm gonna go into my breaker, and now I can actually go for Hyper Voice. I don't Terra because I don't know if I want it just yet. And now I see that we want it because next time this is going to die. I just wanted to see what the Excadrill is. It took half, so that's not exactly that bulky. And not to mention there's no leftovers or nothing. So this is most likely maybe like Scarf, and I'm gonna go into my own Excadrill because there's no way you Earthquake when I have a Zapdos. So, and yeah, he switches out. That kind of is telling me that he is in fact Choice Scarf. And now we can go Zapdos. We miss a Hurricane. It's okay, it's Hurricane. It is what it is. And he is going to teleport. And this time I think I just stay in because I know he's not gonna... Oh, I do switch. I mean, it's a tough spot for my opponent, I can't lie. Because you either Earthquake or you Rock Slide. And even if you Rock Slide, you're not gonna kill Zapdos. But you could get the flinch, and that would put me in a very interesting position. But it is really hard to pull the trigger when you are on the situation of hitting two things at once. So we're just gonna go back into Sylveon because, like I said, this is taking a little too long. And I do risk the Scald. I know it's not very smart, but it's turn 37 and it's still a 6v6. We both have balance, so it makes sense. I'm not saying otherwise, but I am able to hit the Slowbro. He must have some sort of special defense because the Cock said that he will die to that. So, and I forgot to Terra. I think I'm just saving it on Infernape just in case. But with Excadrill paralyzed, I don't think I should be scared about it at all, because now Sylveon is just gonna claim a kill every time. So, and I don't need the speed on any of my guys. Like, I have two Scarfers, and yeah, it doesn't matter because he got paralyzed anyway. Here, I'm just gonna throw a Rock Blast, just little chip to get to hit, so I actually Earthquake would have done more, which is pretty funny. We dodge a Toxic. Always lucky, always lucky. I'm so fucking bad. But Yeah, now we can just overheat because this is taking a little too long. And down goes Excadrill, which is great for me. Because, I mean, it already died to Sylveon, but, you know. Here comes the Hurricane. We don't take another one because we got the leftovers out. And we're just gonna go into Zapdos. Risking a Confuse, I know. But, like I said, at this point, I think we're set up for Sylveon to do something here. So I'm just gonna go into Zapdos. I think I recovered here. I did. And here comes this monster. It's a half HP, yeah, but I'm gonna have to go into what? I just tag Excadrill, yeah, that makes sense. Because Excadrill, it's looking a little, I mean, it is a, but like this can switch moves, so it doesn't matter. I let him knock off my Choice Scarf. I knew he was gonna do that, but I have another Scarfer, so I figured if I want an item out of someone, it's gonna be Infernape, because I need my item on everyone else. Maybe not Zapdos, I guess, because nothing has rocks anymore. But, you know, he could Toxic Zapdos, and I don't want that happening. So we're just gonna throw another Overheat, and goddamn, Infernape, oh my god, that's the GOAT. He just takes down the Kilowattrel like it's nothing. I think that was a roll, by the way, but crit Skull, it's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. We also miss, but he teleports, so I guess we're fine. He's gonna get Static, which is not very cool. And now we're gonna have to go Slowbro. And there it is! There it is! It happened! Alakazam Mega Evolution form has just clicked Calm Mind. The thread is in, the thread is now. So this Pokemon now is essentially Choice Specs, and we know that it has Signal Beam. This is gonna hit like a truck, and we're not gonna kill it with Signal Beam ourselves, but we have a secret technique, the Razor Shell. Bro, did we just get a kill with Razor Shell? Oh, say it ain't so! And at this point, I can just go Infernape on this, hit Toxics, and do I U-turn or do I stay in and overheat? I overheat and miss. This actually would have killed because I have Flare Blitz in the back. But, well, I guess if it's like very especially defensive, maybe not. But here comes Slowbro, and here I'm just going to Psychic Noise to prevent this from healing. And that way Sylveon just has a easier time of attacking things. I don't need my AB on Slowbro anymore. Although it is, I mean, 19 from Hyper Voice, that's pretty good. So I don't need Slowbro anymore, but I'm just gonna go into Sylveon. I am risking the burn, and I get it. Bad play, but like, I mean, this is looking kind of over. So I am going to risk it. I Terra Fairy this time, and I... Yummy! Give me your soul! And of course, Tangrowth's gonna come in here. That does a lot, bro. Holy shit. I need this Rocky Helmet. So this is actually gonna do a pretty good amount. My Sylveon is almost dead, but we're able to just kill the Tangrowth. And because of Helmet, we actually would have died that turn, which is funny. But, GG's to Kung Fu Panda on Daunted Hero? I almost said Zero. I don't know what that's from. But, GG's to you. I got a lot of hacks, but let it be known, I think my prep here was very, very good. I know Razor Shell's kind of a meme here, but it worked. It worked against Alakazam. Did it not work? Isn't that what I said on the builder? Didn't I say that he was gonna be Calm Mind? Didn't I say that this is the Gen 7 set, where he switches into the you know, the Tangrowth, and you know, it switches into the Latios and all that stuff? Dude, come on. Come on. Okay, let's just slow down here. GG's to my opponent, and we are gonna move on to brackets again. This time, I think we're gonna move on to quarterfinals. So we are on our row. We're going there. Last season, we went undefeated, and it's looking that we might be able to do it again. We just have to win 3 more times. So, can we do that? I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna have to stick around and watch. So thank you guys for watching. Sub for more, and Slowbro 60. Goodbye.